dope boys in a Cadillac.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Old Drunken Discography. This week we're doing Outkast. If you watched our previous video, video one, that's somewhere on one of these areas, we just got through talking about Southern playlistic Cadillac music. Today we're doing ATLiens. With me, we have Jason,
Hooty hoo.
Tim,
Hooty hoo!
and Bill.
Hi.
Howdy ho.
So we hope you enjoyed that first video because we know you all watched it. And I am out of things to say in the intro because I don't know
See,
what
you
we say at this
weren't
point.
ready for the intro.
I was ready for that part.
You said you were ready.
I was ready for that part, and then I was like, "Oh."
You told
I don't know
him.
what
You
you do
told him to
anymore.
watch the first video somewhere out there. We are a playlist link channel. The link is down below.
I don't know all that.
So watch all these videos back to back. So for when we rank ATLiens, you can see, oh, that might be why, Tim put this album at the bottom of his list.
I was going to tell people about telling them Ma and Pa and liking and subscribing, but I figured that was
Well, you
That's
always
an
got to
outro?
say that.
that was an outro I used to do, so why not?
You could throw
Could put
that in
an intro.
anywhere. You could just be going halfway through the album. Remember, give us a like and subscribe. Just drop
Hey,
that
Babylon
shit.
is a great song. Remember to like and subscribe. Waylon, by the way.
Tell your Ma and Pa and your Aunt Jolene, who sits around the house by herself, just bored to tears. She needs something to do. Tell her to go watch Old Drunken Discography.
We'll give you another chance at the end of the video, Joe.
That was years ago now.
All right, ATLiens. Who wants to start this one off?
I can start this guy off.
Go.
So, You May Die. I felt this intro was a step up from Peaches. Not the best yet, though. Going into then Two Dope Boys and a Cadillac, that song could have been on the first album. I, after that, I will say this: the first time listening through, just because again, this one was actually kind of a pain to find.
Spotify,
YouTube
man.
playlist.
Spotify.
Yeah, you got
But I don't got premium though, so I listen to all the tracks in random order. That doesn't help me none. Because I can't listen to them all in a row. I don't know if I fucked
I don't
something
have
up
premium.
or what.
I don't have premium. If you use Xbox, if you get yourself a new Xbox console, you can listen to
A new Xbox,
Spotify.
just get an Xbox console. I
Just
got
get,
there's
just
a lot
get
of
an
steps.
Xbox console.
Oh my gosh.
you are
PlayStation 5. Let's get real here.
Even
a
the PlayStation 5. I
5.
bet their app you can listen to Spotify.
Bill,
No
you're on a
problem.
weekly show about reviewing music and you don't have Spotify Premium?
No.
mean,
I don't have Spotify.
I don't have Spotify Premium.
Oh, I got Apple Music and Spotify Premium. What y'all do?
So where I was
We
going
buy
with that
records, Joe.
is I felt this one, and it's not a negative, but it is a negative for my first time like trying to critique it, is a lot of these songs kind of bled together for me. But that's not a bad thing. I was just enjoying the flow and how each song sounded. I was just enjoying it. The next thing I knew, Elevators was playing. Like, oh shit, uh, I need to take notes at some point here. And so I had to go back through. I just unfortunately had to listen to this album again. It's just absolute travesty. And it was more enjoyable the second time through, I will even say. I really liked the title track and Wheels of Steel. Um, Babylon, as I alluded to a little bit, I don't know if that's making it to the video or not, actually was a really great song for me. And I thought Waylon was a great follow up to that as well. I don't know if I could really pick a song out as the low point, kind of circling back to my before point where I feel like everything was good and just went well together. Um, yeah, this was an interesting album, and I feel like this was a solid bridge album between their debut album and Aquamini that was coming after this.
See, that's like the general consensus. I think everything I read about it says roughly the same thing about this being the bridge, whereas I think the next one's the bridge.
I mean, they could both be an extended bridge. Like it's all steps in a direction.
I mean, it's going in that direction. I get you.
To me,
I
there's steps, not necessarily bridges. I don't.
yeah.
Yeah, I see it more as steps. I mean,
Yeah,
they all have their own flavor. This one definitely has its own flavor.
Yeah.
Um,
Here comes Tim and
but
Joe shitting on our metaphor, Bill.
that's right.
well, it's got to make sense for it to be a metaphor.
I mean, I guess in my mind, as I was listening to this stuff, so listening to these albums, Aquamini and Stankonia. Yes, there's a step there, but at the same time, it feels like those two flowed like made sense together. And Southern Cadillac of playlistic music. I probably screwed that up,
You
but
were closer.
feels like I want to say an island. I mean, yeah, they're all different flavors, but going from that debut album to Aquamini and Stankonia, ATLiens like makes sense as like an in between for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, Steakoni is a bridge to the Love Below. So I mean, like it. They just keep building.
Is it a bridge or a step?
I would say
Apparently
Sorry,
there's
it's
steps.
steps. Sorry, forgive
that's
my
a
poor
bridge
metaphor.
Too far. Yeah.
I will say though, because you mentioned you listened to this one again. Every single one of these albums rewards repeat listens. Even Idlewild rewards repeat listens.
I'll second that.
And
I never get tired of any of them. Yeah.
my notes for Wheels of Steel basically the same thing. Like it took me a couple spins for it to work for me, but when it did, it did. And now like it's one of the best songs on the record.
Yeah, I had that same thing. The first time I heard Wheels of Steel, I was like, I don't know about this song. And then as I listened to it more, I'm like, that's actually a really good song.
I'll quickly run through my notes. I disagree. I think Southern has the better intro with Peaches. But it's an interesting opening track here. Two Dope Boys, that's where it really picks up. You got that intro from DEEP, starting it off. Sucker for throwbacks. I love this one. It made me like DEEP more. ATLiens, now throw your hands in the air and wave like you just don't care. And if you like fish and grits and all that shit, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah. I mean, that's the top song contender. That was one that just lived in our zeitgeist of our friends. Elevators, I love the hook. Over the Woods kind of sounds like Elevators, though. It's kind of what Bill's kind of talking about. Not the hook, but the main song. My favorite line is, and a little house with a dog in the backyard going woof woof. It cracks me up every time I hear it. Babylon is some dark fucking shit. But musically, it reminds me of some 80s Michael Jackson, like melody-wise. But, yeah, it's a top song contender. Mainstream, it's really chill musically. It's not chill lyrically. Millennium, the chorus is fun. A few of the lines feel a little forced, though. It doesn't flow as well as Outkast is known for. E.T.'s fine. It's keeping up with the theme of Outkast that they laid down on the first album. 13th Floor, Growing Old. This is a fucking work of art. It starts with a Southern preacher feel. You got a throwback to Babylon. You got a throwback to Hootie Hoo. Beautiful piece of music right here. Gorgeous vocal melodies. To me, this is the real closing track. Top song contender. And then you got the, remix of Elevators, which I prefer the original, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I actually have the Elevators 10-inch single here. It's got a couple. Yeah, it's got the remix and the instrumental on here. It's pretty cool. Otherwise, my vinyl's pretty limited tonight, but yeah.
I only have two, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, two dope boys in a Cadillac. Roll that window down and let's go. ATLiens, I love the chorus. I'm a big fan of Wheels of Steel. That's an amazing song. Pretty much everything else that you guys hit here already. Jazzy Bell is thinking so outside of the box for what hip hop in '96 was. Um, yeah, Babylon's great. Decatur's Psalm, that's some deep funk. Um, Banger of an album. Like again, much like especially if those were the only two you had, and I mean, not to get too far into the rankings here or anything, but if you loved the first album, this has everything you would want and more, I think, coming out of the gate. And it does. It sets a completely different mood. This one's a little more chill, a little more relaxed than the first album. So they're definitely different vibes and, you know, have their place or whatever. But it's a banger. Like these songs, multiple repeats, these songs will get stuck in your head. It's great stuff.
Yeah, I'm with Out You May Die. I like that opening a lot. I don't know if it's better than Peaches, but I do enjoy this one. Two Dope Boys in a Cadillac, great song. ATLiens, I like the line cooler than a polar bear's toenails. So that one's a lot of fun. Wheels of Steel, we talked about that. I really like the guitar toward the end of the song, like in the back. It sounds really good. Jazzy Bell, I'm with you. There's a Tupac reference. I noted that. But I especially like the vocal harmony, the running in the back and the verses over it. Elevators, Me and You, top song contender. I am a big fan of referencing songs or albums within songs, like Jason, and they do that a lot. So Babylon's great. Um, the line I wrote down is I came to this world high as a bird from cocaine dust. Um,
That's fucking dark, though, man.
yeah.
That's fucking dark.
It's dark.
Over the Wilds and Waylon
It's a
are
great song. A great song.
they're good. They're kind of a lower point for me. They're still good. But I love Kaiser Soze reference and Waylon. Mainstream, like you said, dark, face down into the mainstream. That's a really good line, though. Millennium, you don't expect to hear Chernobyl rhymed on a 96 album from Atlanta was the note I made. I was like, oh, I didn't expect that rhyme to come out there.
That's a deep cut.
E.T., I haven't heard Nappy Head in forever. So I'm pretty
There's a
sure
reason.
the last
There's
time
a
I heard it was
reason.
this one. 13th floor. I noted the Babylon thing in there also. The bubble sounds are kind of cool. I like that. I think that's kind of a cool thing they've done in there. And I call that out because later we've got some noises in other songs that I do not care for that are distracting. I really like Deborah Killings in this. Elevators. I wasn't really the remix. It didn't do a lot
Yeah,
for me. I was
it's
like,
just there.
but my main note on this is y'all were talking about is to me it was a step up into the for sound quality A and B for the Outkast sound, as I'll call it, like what we come to think about and know about it when it comes to Outkast sound. And yeah, so that's my notes.
All right. Boy, Is Art's going to be a fun one, though. Is Art's going to
Oh
be fun.
yeah, isn't it? Isn't it? And the fun's not going to stop there.
The party's going to keep going after that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's my turn to guess. Am I safe to say everybody has it above Southern?
Wait for me.
You're right for me.
I don't think you're right for me.
Oh, come on, Tim. You said it was everything you wanted and more.
Hashtag.
I didn't move mine either because I like Southern more. Now,
It's just got too many bangers on there, start to finish.
my final note says it's got a little bit more production, a little more cleaned up. It's a little more digestible. There's a Southern gospel outer world feel to it. But hot take, the highs on this one are really fucking high. But I think Southern is a more consistent album like through. Like
I have that
it's
same argument. Yeah.
yeah, it's tough.
I can see that.
Fucking tough.
Color code will tell all.
I don't disagree with your assessment there because I do think Southern. I think there are lower points on ATLiens than there are on Southern, but I think there are much higher notes on
That's
ATLiens.
exactly where I was at. And I'd rather have a more consistent album. I say
Instead
that.
of just like half an album or 3/4, or you got 2 or 3 in a row you want to skip or whatever the case may be on whatever album it is, you know,
Hashtag first
as
album
opposed to when you
bias.
just play. Yeah, a little bit, just a little
That's what I'm
bit.
seeing.
We'll see if that stays.
Okay, we got some more to come.
Yeah, we got more to come. Well, stick around for that. We got more to come.
Yeah.
We get you hooked. Equibini is next. So, Joe, lead us out. You've had time to plan your outro here.
I didn't pay anything, but let's see.
But you had time.
Yeah, I had time. I sure wasn't paying attention to it. All right. So thank you all so much for watching us. We really appreciate it. We'd appreciate it even more if you hit that like, subscribe, and maybe even throw us a comment and tell us your thoughts on the first 2 picks here. If you do have hashtag first down bias, or are you with Bill and I?
Are you with Team Jason, Tim, A team, or B team with Bill and Joe?
That's right.
Man, why am I always B team?
I'm down with B team's the winning team.
I mean, B team usually lasts longer than A team, but that's beside the point.
No, A team usually gets the tower, gets the cards in Fortnite. You know, we done killed 2 teams.
Well, it depends on who's on the A team.
Here's my question: is the A team still going? No, because it's old.
A team is
Mr.
going in
T-
my heart. It's going in my
Mr.
heart.
T on the
Yeah.
guy with the cigar. We don't, the person who flew the
love it when a
helicopter.
player
Guy with a
comes
cigar?
together.
That's right.
Murdoch?
I don't remember the name. I remember Mr. T. That's it.
Oh my
Joe,
God.
you
Do you
have
remember what
analogy.
Mr. T's
No,
name was?
Mr. T.
No.
B.A. Baracus.
Yeah, what did BA stand for? Bad attitude.
See, Joe, you done flubbed your outro. You done let us get off topic.
No, we were leading right into it, so it's perfect. So, tell your ma, tell your pa. Matter of fact, write some fan mail to Mr. T and let him know about ODD, because we would love to have Mr. T on there. I don't know what Mr. T's favorite album is, but I'm assuming it's something very positive and like role model like. So go ahead and get your pens out, get your paper out, find you a stamp, send it all to Mr. T and let him know to come on Old Drunken Discography, because it's a great idea.
Be somebody or be somebody's fool.
I mean, Southern playlist.
Ain't no fool.
Don't pity it. No pity. They don't pity no
He'll-
fools.
Mr. T, I thank you for it. That's my ending line. Damn it. It's been a long time since we.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've done one. So, as always, be safe and make good decisions.
The alienators, cause we different, keep your hand to the sky. Like sounds of blackness when I practice what I preach and don't lie. I be the baker and the maker of the piece of my pie.
And then you go a little woo, and then a little whoop, 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 and then it's all, and then you're ready to go again.